Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are doing well. It is almost the end of May, so I thought I would sit down and share all of the products that I loved throughout the month. I also tried some really disappointing products, so I'll be sharing quite a few fails in today's video. Usually I just have one or two, but there were a few more that didn't work out for me, and I've been uploading a couple of videos sharing products that haven't worked for me, and I feel like a lot of people don't like that, which I'm kind of surprised by because I always like to hear what people love and what they didn't like because I find that to be really helpful. I'm not trying to be overly negative on my channel because I have gotten a lot of comments saying that I just try to share like my true experience with beauty products, and what doesn't work for me might work for you. I'm not telling you not to go out and buy it, but I feel like it is important on YouTube to share the good and the bad. So just a disclaimer, I will be talking about some products that didn't work out for me in today's video. I really don't think I'm like an overly negative channel here on YouTube. I really just try to be fully honest and transparent with you guys. And the truth is, not every product is going to work for everyone. And I think that's important to note because I know that some people buy products based on what I share in my videos. So I always want to share if I think a product is good, and if it's bad, I want to share that too. So anyway, that was kind of like a random tangent. But I did want to let you guys know I am switching up my uploading schedule in June and probably throughout the summertime. I typically spread 4 videos out throughout the week and I'll upload on weekdays and weekends, but I've been spending a lot of time on my phone just since the beginning of 2020 in general, and obviously we've been at home a lot more over the past year, but I really want to take some time away from the screen, especially during the summer when the weather is finally beautiful, because it just doesn't typically last very long where I live. So I'll be uploading every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just skipping the weekends and mostly staying off of social media on the weekends in general. Now that life is getting back to some semblance of normal, I'm excited to just be off my phone a little bit and enjoy it and be at the park or with my husband or my family and just, actually have that human contact again. I feel like I've missed it so much and I'm excited for it, and I just feel like I need to put my screen away a little bit during the week. So I'll still be here 4 times a week, and again, I know not everyone pays attention to video uploading schedules because how can you honestly be expected to know that for every YouTuber you watch? But I just wanted to let you guys know because I typically do upload a lot on the weekends, but for me, I always just save the videos I want to watch to the watch later playlist, and then whenever I'm getting ready, that's when I kind of watch my videos. So anyway, I just thought I would keep you posted. Let's jump into it and chat about the products. This was a long intro. I tried the most amazing eyeshadow palette this month, and this retails for $8. I cannot comprehend how good this palette is because it feels like a high-end eyeshadow palette. This is from the brand J-Cat Beauty, and they do have a few other palettes on Ulta Beauty's website. I don't know if this brand is actually sold in drugstores. It is priced like a drugstore brand. I think the majority of the products are under $10. So I do want to try out additional products, and I think back in the day when I was subscribed to Ipsy, I had gotten a few of their products in Ipsy bags. So I did get this palette in the mail as PR from Ulta Beauty. I am part of the Ulta Beauty Collective for 2021. I mainly feature that content on Instagram. So I'll partner with Ulta Beauty to feature different deals they're having or events. And every month they'll send us some products if we want to try them. This is not sponsored at all in any way, shape, or form. But in the month of May, they actually sent us a box with products from AAPI founded companies. And I thought that was really cool that J-Cat Beauty is one of those, but also a lot of brands that I love that I didn't realize had AAPI founders. And I am Filipino, for those of you that don't know. So I just thought that was extra cool. But the quality of this palette is so good. I can't comprehend that it's only $8. So there are 3 finishes going on in this palette. The top row is completely matte, the middle row is like a nice foiled, and the bottom row is a shimmery metallic. So today I do have this color all over the lid, and then this color all over the lid just kind of mixed together. And then the matte pink is just a shade from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. So today's look was very, very simple. But this is the perfect accent palette. I actually did a look on Instagram where I did a blue look using this, and the shadows are just so intense. I love really saturated shadows, and the fact that there are 2 rows of shimmers is just my favorite because I love a good metallic or shimmer shadow. So I do want to try out additional palettes from this line. They have some really pretty color stories, including like some jewel tones, some really vibrant shades, and $8 really is such a steal. I don't know that I haven't used this palette to do a lot of complete looks on its own because you only get 5 matte shadows. I did do like that fully blue look, but typically I'll just reach into any of the shimmers to complete my look, and I always love how they look on the eyes. The other palette that I've loved this month is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. I actually got this during the Sephora VIB sale. I'm so glad that I decided to grab this one because I have been using it nonstop. I just can't get enough of this. The quality is perfect. It feels just like her regular formula. The only thing for me is that one of my metallic shadows is breaking a little bit. When I got it in the mail, it wasn't shattered, but it felt like it was coming out of the pan, and I feel like I haven't been able to like fully press it back down in there. So that is my only issue. I do feel like these shimmers are very soft, so they can break a little bit easily. I actually had someone comment saying this was not an ideal palette for traveling because they actually had it shatter in their makeup bag. So that is something to note. If you guys have traveled with her mini palettes in the past, has that been an issue for you? I just use mine in this room where I get ready, and I feel like even still, like that one shimmer is just kind of breaking apart a little bit. So it is a little bit more of like a fragile shadow, but I do think overall the actual quality is so good. I actually ordered the mini retro palette after trying this one, and I cannot wait because that one has been on my list for a while. I went back and forth on it, but after enjoying this one so much, I just feel like the mini retro will be great for day-to-day wear. So I love this. So I've been looking for a new go-to SPF for my face. I feel like I can kind of use whatever I want on the body, but I mainly use Tula. They've just made some of my favorite formulas over the year, and I was using one of their mattifying sunscreens for the face, but I think they discontinued it. So I thought now would be a good time to try out some other formulas, and I've been trying like 3 or 4, but my number one has been this one from Tula. This one is the Protect and Glow Daily Sunscreen Gel, and I also got this in the box from Ulta. So Tula is also another AAPI founded brand in case you guys were curious about that, but this formula is so beautiful. I just used it in a recent Get Ready With Me, and you can see in that video, it just leaves my skin looking so glowy. And I've really enjoyed like a very smooth, glowy base these days, even if I go in with like a mattifying foundation and a mattifying powder, because it just allows my makeup to glide on so evenly. And then as the mattifying powder kind of sets, usually more of that glow will kind of show through after an hour or two. This product is so perfect because it leaves your skin looking glowy and healthy. Obviously, the main reason why you use an SPF is to protect your skin, so it does that as well. But Tula's sunscreen actually has a lot of skincare benefits, so I find that it doesn't feel like a typical sunscreen. It also does not irritate my skin. It feels really hydrating. It looks good, but I don't end up with clogged pores like I do with a lot of SPFs. I have 2 powders to talk about in today's video, a favorite and a fail. So let me start with the fail. This is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I got the shade Breezy. So I also picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale, and this just didn't work for me. And you know what? I knew I was kind of taking a chance on this when I picked it up because I wasn't sure if it was going to be ideal for me. I have tried so many powders, and this one sounded like it could work. I was kind of looking for a replacement to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I felt like this sounded very similar, and it feels similar, but I just don't like it for my oily skin. The feedback that I've gotten from a lot of you guys is if you have oily skin, it hasn't been your favorite, but if you have dry skin, you do like it. And that's just generalizing. There were people who felt differently as well. But for me, this just makes my skin look dry, which is kind of weird because a lot of people with dry skin said they actually liked it. It feels matte. It almost has like a little bit of a chalky feel when you apply it. It's very, very light. So if you're looking for something to really lock your foundation into place, really mattify your skin, this isn't going to be the powder for you. If you're looking for something that has almost like a barely there feel and look to it, then you might like this. And I think that's why the people who have dry skin who have told me they've liked it have enjoyed it, because a lot of the time if you have dry skin, you're not looking for like a powdery, heavy powder. So I guess I can understand that. For me, it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't lock my foundation into place. It doesn't give my skin like an overall smooth or brightened appearance. I don't even like using it to like diffuse my bronzer. I just feel like I have so many powders in my collection that I really love that I don't get this one. I really don't, and I don't find that if I use it as a touch-up powder, it does anything for me. It just feels like I'm applying nothing to my skin. but almost nothing that kind of makes my skin look dry. I don't know, I wanted to make it work for me. I used it so many times, so many different ways, but it's just not a product that works well for me. I have a lot of other powders that I would like to reach for over this one. So unfortunately, this one was a fail. Now the powder that I have been reaching for is this one, the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I think I'm close to hitting pan on this one. I always end up reaching for this one again during the summertime. Once it gets a little bit hotter or my skin is a little bit more oily, because this powder locks my foundation into place all day long. My skin stays matte just so well when I use this product. So if you have extremely oily skin like I do, this is going to be the product for you. I've just been using it with like a big fluffy brush, and I'll just kind of like tap it into my skin. And I love that because it doesn't look heavy on the skin, but it leaves my skin looking so matte. I did get some feedback on TikTok when I talked about this, saying if you are taking flash photos, you will get flashback with this product. I don't take flash photos. I can't remember the last time I did that, so I've never had that experience, but I did want to point that out. It doesn't leave an actual white cast, especially because if I use like a large fluffy brush, it really is like a true translucent powder. But if you're pressing it into the skin pretty heavily with a sponge, or you're taking flash photos, you might experience some issues. So I just wanted to mention that. I do have two mascaras to talk about as well, a favorite and a fail. So let's start with the fail again. So I recently did a video sharing the best and worst Milani products that I tried. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to check it out. But over the past few months, I've been testing out a lot from Milani, and I have discovered so many products that I like. But unfortunately, one that didn't work for me that I tried out fairly recently is their highly rated mascara. And it's funny because this mascara is actually very highly rated on their website, like based on the reviews. So again, this could totally work for you. I've also gotten a lot of recommendations to try it in my YouTube comments. So I think it's just one of those products that I didn't like because of my personal mascara preferences. I have really short, sparse, thin lashes. So I'm always looking for mascaras that give my lashes a ton of drama, a lot of volume, a lot of length. I don't mind like a little bit of clumpiness as long as they look super dramatic. It's a little bit more of a dry formula. So if you do like mascaras that have more of a dry formula compared to a super wet formula, you might like this one. I actually said in the Milani video that this reminds me a lot of the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, which I did try out fairly recently. Again, I'm actually wearing that one on my bottom lashes. So I do like both of those formulas, this one and the Tarte one on the bottom lashes, because even though I go for more of a dramatic look on my top lashes, I usually prefer like separation on the bottom. Do you guys use a separate mascara on your top lashes and your bottom lashes? I don't know what it is, but I feel like I prefer like complete opposite formulas for my top lashes and my bottom lashes. So I won't get rid of this one yet because I will keep using it on the bottom lashes. It doesn't smudge or smear or flake throughout the day. I just feel like when I'm using it on my top lashes, I need more drama, I need more volume, more length. So that's why this one didn't end up working out for me. But if you like the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, this might be a good alternative because I feel like they are so similar. The mascara that I have been loving so much is this one from Bite Beauty. It is their Upswing Full Volume Mascara. I think this one came out in the beginning of 2021, and when I initially tried it, I liked it, but the wand is so large, so every single time I used it, I ended up making such a mess. I would get it all over my lid, and then I'd have to go in and remove it and touch up my eye makeup. That's still kind of the case. The wand is very big, but I feel like I've been a little bit more careful with my mascara application lately, and my lashes are getting a little bit longer. I've been using the e.l.f. Lash and Brow Serum on them, and I feel like that has made a difference. I also recently started using it on my brows, and you guys, I have noticed such a difference, and I will share my results soon. I don't know if I took like an official before photo, but this brow is so much thinner than this brow because I usually sleep on this side of my face, and the e.l.f. serum really is helping. So I'll try to get like a before and after photo and share it soon. But anyway, all of that being said, I really like this one now. It gives me a ton of volume, a ton of length. I am wearing it today, and as I think you can probably tell, my lashes do look pretty dramatic. I'm someone who usually layers mascaras, so I'll use a voluminous mascara and then I'll use a lengthening mascara to get the effect that I want. But when I use this product on its own, I feel like I'm satisfied, and I love how my lashes look. And I just think that it builds really well. Your lashes don't end up looking too clumpy unless you apply too much of the product, but again, that's not really something that bothers me. I just feel like I get the drama and length that I want very quickly. It stays in place well, and I've just been so impressed by it. You guys, I tried the best scent for summertime. This one smells so good. I've slowly been getting back into perfume, and I do have my own Scentbird subscription. I did a video with them back in April, but this is not sponsored at all. I pay for my own monthly subscription because it's been a fun way to try new scents. I feel like it's a nice way to build your collection without committing to full-sized bottles. And because I am like slowly getting into fragrance, I'm not completely sure what I love, what I don't like, but I feel like I might have to buy a full-size bottle of this because I love it. This is the Nest Fragrance Perfume in Wild Poppy. It seriously smells so good. It is like the perfect balance between fruity and floral, and it smells really fresh. It's so good for summertime. So if you like a really floral scent with like a hint of fruitiness, I'll put the actual notes on the screen because I don't know what they are off the top of my head. This is such a great option if you want to try like a new Scentbird scent or you want to pick up a full-size bottle. It takes me forever to use up a full-size bottle of perfume. I purchased YSL Black Opium years ago, and I still have like half the bottle left. I don't know, how long does it take for perfume to expire? I know they last a long time, but I also know they expire at some point. I haven't worn Black Opium for probably like not this past winter, but the winter before, just because then, you know, everything happened and I was at home, and now I'm kind of into like lighter fruity floral scents. So anyway, I'm curious to know if you guys have tried any other Nest fragrances. I know they have a lot of floral scents. So if you have recommendations, a recommendation from the brand or another brand, please let me know. I think my Scentbird code is still active. It's not an affiliate code. I don't make a commission, so you can use it or not. But if you do want to try Scentbird and get a discount, I'll link it below. I used it because I signed up for my own subscription. I like the idea of trying different fragrances without committing to a full-size bottle because I just don't use them up completely. But this one is so good. If I finish up my like 30-day supply, I will repurchase it in like a full-size bottle from Sephora. I have another body product that I love. I raved about this in my like spring and summer essentials video, but you guys, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream is the best body lotion that I've ever tried. Not only does this smell amazing, it has like a very fresh watermelon scent. The actual formula is so good. It leaves your skin feeling smooth and hydrated, but it's not sticky and it's not overly moisturizing. It sinks in so well and it lasts all day long. And I swear as I use this regularly, my skin as a whole does look very smooth and more hydrated overall. And I just can't get enough of this. I've never felt so passionately about a body cream. Like usually I feel like I can use anything, but this one really is good. A little bit goes such a long way. I've had this since the end of April and I haven't even used up very much, and I use it every single day. I don't use a ton of it because I feel like you don't need a ton for your whole body, but I just love the way that it feels. It smells so good. It really has become an absolute daily staple for me. So I just can't get enough of this. I do have another product from Kosas that did not work for me, unfortunately. This is their bronzer. I have the shade Light. So first of all, I feel like the shade is maybe a little bit too light for me. Maybe I could have gone with the medium one. I just thought the light one would work best for me because there are only 3 shades, and the medium toned one looked pretty dark online. Not like a deep dark shade, but it looked like it would be a little bit too dark for my skin tone. So I feel like because it is a baked bronzer, it is a little bit more subtle. So if you have a similar skin tone to me or it's a little bit darker, I would go with the medium one for sure. I feel like they could definitely use some additional shades, especially after trying this one and seeing how subtle it is on the skin. So if you have a lighter skin tone than I do, I think you might like this shade because it's pretty subtle on my skin tone. So that being said, the actual formula just doesn't work for me. I feel like it's very, what's the word? Just like lackluster. I have so many bronzers in my collection, drugstore bronzers and high-end bronzers that I like better. This one just looks very dry on my skin, like both the texture and the finish. It's funny because I read some reviews saying that it was too shimmery or too glittery, and I don't know if they've changed the formula, but I don't see any glitter in this product, and it definitely doesn't look shimmery on my skin. It doesn't even give me like a glowy, naturally luminous finish. It looks very flat. I definitely prefer my Milani Baked Bronzer over this one. This one also doesn't really blend that well. Whenever I use it, I'm just disappointed in how it looks on the skin. So unfortunately, this didn't work for me either. I feel like it has some mixed reviews on the website. I don't know. Again, a lot of people who have dry skin have told me they've enjoyed this too, so it might just come down to personal preference, but I couldn't get it to work for me. So I purchased some brushes from Profusion Cosmetics. I think it was last year or maybe the year before I tried their eye brushes for the first time, and their eye brushes are some of my favorites. They blend my eyeshadow so well. Even eyeshadow that's typically a little bit more difficult to work with usually does blend out pretty well with their eye brushes. So I've been wanting to pick up their face brushes for a while. They have a set where you can get 5 face brushes for $25, and I think otherwise they typically retail for like $6 each. There are so many good affordable brushes on the market. I like so many from e.l.f., from ColourPop, BH Cosmetics, but I think Profusion really does make some of my favorites. These are so soft. They blend the product out so beautifully. I'm missing the highlight brush. I think it might be in the other room because I need to wash some of my brushes, but I've loved the highlight brush. The foundation brush is great. I love using this one for bronzer when I want like a very soft diffused look. So if you're looking for some really nice quality brushes, definitely check out Profusion. Either the face brushes or the eye brushes, but I think that they are so good, and just they work extremely well to give my skin more of like a diffused blended look. The last thing I want to mention is a new shampoo and conditioner formula that I've been loving. So for the past year, I've been using Function of Beauty, and I just ran out. I did end up reordering it because I feel like I just have to have that. That is my go-to formula. But in the meantime, I've been testing out a new formula, and I have another formula in my shower. I just feel like it's fun to switch it up from time to time, but these are from Fekkai. This is a cruelty-free, clean, vegan, sustainable brand. This is their full-blown volume shampoo and conditioner. My natural hair is so tangly, it's so frizzy. I do heat style it a lot, so it's pretty dry overall. I feel like it's a little bit better because I did trim it on my own. I just kind of like cut off the dead ends. But when I feel like I have to be careful about what hair products I use, specifically shampoos and conditioners, because it can get so frizzy so quickly, especially during the summertime. This is like the most smoothing formula, and I haven't straightened my hair a lot over the past year, but I love this product when I do straighten my hair because it just leaves my hair feeling and looking so smooth all day long. So I did use this shampoo and conditioner yesterday, and then I straightened my hair. And yesterday it was so humid, it was thunderstorming, it was raining, and I was out running a few errands. And when I got home at night, my hair was still perfectly smooth, perfectly straight. And that is just not the case for me when I normally straighten my hair, which is why I don't do it a whole lot these days. So this product really does leave your hair so smooth, and it will last throughout the day. Okay, so I think that is all that I have to share with you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me as I sat down and shared some products that worked for me, some that didn't. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have been loving lately. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.